Hi students, today we will revise chapter 5. We will do the revision by reading the chapter from the book line by line. So everyone open the book chapter 5. Let us start the class. Today we will start a new chapter, Fun with Paint, chapter 5. In this chapter we will learn about the different tools of paint, how to save the picture in different file format. These things we will learn in this chapter. But before starting the chapter, let us recap the different components of the paint ribbon. So page 57, everyone look at the get going. There you have to label the different components of the paint ribbon. So let us start the class. This first one is clipboard. This one is clipboard group. This one is image group. Image group. Tools group. Tools group. Shapes group. Shapes group. And finally colors group. Colors group. Now repeating it once again. Clipboard group, image group, tools group, shapes group, and at the end colors group. Now in the previous class we have learnt about how to draw the different shapes and fill color in the different shapes using the shapes group. In this chapter, in this year, we will use the different tools and how to make changes in our picture. Those things we will learn about. So now let us start the chapter. The tools group, that means this group, tools group. See, the tools group is shown over here. The tools group has many tools to help us to draw picture. This one is the pencil tool. Pencil tool. Fill color tool. Fill with color tool. This tool we have used last year. Fill with color tool. Text tool. Text tool. Text tool. Eraser. Eraser. Color picker. Color picker tool. Magnifier. Magnifier. And brushes. Different types of brushes are there. So repeating it once again, the different tools. Pencil. Fill with color. Text. Eraser. Color picker, magnifier and brushes. Now please turn the page. Now first, pencil tool. Pencil tool is selected by default. Whenever you are opening the paint program, the pencil tool is selected. You can use it to draw freehand. Using this pencil tool, we can draw freehand picture. Let us see how we are using it. Now, using the pencil tool, we can draw anything. Suppose I am drawing one tree. See, I have drawn one tree. Another thing, we can select for the pencil any color also, we can select it and draw it. See, I have drawn one ice cream using the pencil tool. Clear how we are using the pencil tool? Next, fill with color tool. Fill with color tool is used to fill color in a picture. The picture must be a closed figure. A closed figure is an image which has no end. If the picture has open end, the color will spill out into the drawing area. So let us see how it is working. Now, first we have to select the fill with color button. Now suppose we want to color this circle pink. We have to select the color, then we have to click on the shape. As this is a closed shape, so the color has been filled with pink. Suppose we want to color this tree. Let us select the green color. Why this has happened? Because the tree is not a closed shape. Here is the opening, here is one opening. That's why this has happened. So let us first close the open edges. Now let us see, is it working or not? See, the tree has been colored. Next we have to color the trunk. See, the tree is colored using the fill with color button. Clear? Next, magnifier tool. The magnifier tool is used to increase the size of the drawing. Right click to see the image in the original size. So let us see how the magnifier tool is working. Now, this one is the magnifier tool. First we have to click it. Now we want to magnify this here. See, the picture is magnified. Now if we want to move it back to the original position, simply right click the mouse. It will be back to the original size. Clear how the magnifier tool is working? Eraser tool is used to remove or erase a part of your picture. Now let us see how the eraser tool is working. This one is the eraser tool. If we click it, see, the eraser has come, but it is very small. It is very small. We need to increase the size. See, in the colors group, you have the size. You can select the size of the eraser from there, and also if you want to make it much more bigger than this high size, from the keyboard please click Ctrl and plus together. See, the size of the eraser will be increased. If we click Ctrl plus minus, then it will be decreased. If we click Ctrl plus plus sign, then the size of the eraser will be increased. Okay. Color picker tool. Color picker tool is used to select or pick a color from the image. Now let us see how the color picker tool is using. This is the color picker tool. Click it. Suppose we want to take this brown color. Over here, see, the black color is selected. Now we want to click the brown color. Just click on the color. See, the brown color is selected. See, the brown color is selected, and if we draw something with the pencil, it will be with the brown color. Clear how the color picker tool is using. Now, brushes tool. Brushes tool contains a set of different kinds of brushes that are used to draw freehand thick lines of different style. Let us see the different options of the brushes tool. Here, certain options are there. You can see this one is the calligraphy, this one is the airbrush, natural pencil, marker brush, crayon brush, watercolor brush, oil brush. So whichever brush you want to use for your diagram, you can select it and use it. Let us see how it is working. This one is the brush tool. See, different options are there. Let us see one by one. This is the first option, the simple brush. Next, calligraphy brush. This one is the calligraphy brush. Now, this one is the normal brush. This one is the calligraphy brush. Third one is the calligraphy brush, another type. See, this is another type of calligraphy brush. Then we have the airbrush. This is the airbrush. Then we have the oil brush. This one is the oil brush. Next we have crayon brush. This is the crayon brush. Then we have marker brush. This is the marker brush. Then we have natural pencil. This is the natural pencil. And finally we have watercolor brush. This is the watercolor brush. Clear? Let us move to the next thing. Select tool. You can select an image or a part of it and then make changes to the selected portion. Please turn the page. Now, let us see how we are using it. Two types of selection are there: rectangular selection and free-form selection. Let us see how the select tool is working. Now, in the image group, this select tool is there. Two types of selection: rectangular selection, free-form selection. First, let us see the rectangular selection. Rectangular selection means this box will be selected, and after selecting you can do anything on it. Like if you want to cut it and you want to paste it, this thing you can do. You can move it from one place to another and paste it. These all things you can do it. This is the rectangular selection. Once again showing you the rectangular selection. This is the rectangular selection. Now next, free-form selection. free from selection means as much you want to, you will select only that portion. Suppose you want to select only this one, then you can draw a line around it and that portion only will be selected. This is called the free form selection. Selection will be on any shape of our choice, but whatever will be selected will be shown to us in a dotted box. Clear? Copy and paste. Copy means to make a duplicate of the selected part of an image. To do this, we use the copy and the paste command. Next we have cut and paste. Cut means to move the selected part of an image to some other location. To do this, we use the cut and paste command. Let us see how the computer is working on this cut, copy, paste option. Now, the keyboard shortcut for copy is Ctrl plus C, paste Ctrl plus V, cut Ctrl plus X. These three things you have to learn thoroughly. The keyboard shortcut for copy is Ctrl plus C, paste is Ctrl plus V, and cut is Ctrl plus X. Now let us see how this cut, copy, paste is working in the computer. Now, in the clipboard group, you can see cut, copy and the paste option. Now first, this portion is selected. We need to copy it. Click copy button in the clipboard. Now we want to paste it. See, the thing is pasted, and if you want to change the position and paste it, that also we can do. So this is the copy paste option. Now next, suppose we want to select this one and we want to move it from this location to another location. Click cut. See, the original location is gone. Now we want to paste it. See, the thing is pasted over here. We can change the position and paste it. So this is how the cut, copy, paste option is working from the clipboard group. And using the keyboard, you can also use the keyboard shortcut for cut, copy and paste command. So the copy command is used when we want to make a duplicate of the selected part of the image, and when we want to move the selected part of the image to some other location, that time cut command is used. Clear? Crop. Crop means to keep only the selected part and remove the remaining part. Crop means to keep only the selected part and remove the remaining part. Let us see how the crop command is working in the computer. Now, first we have to select any part of the image. Suppose this one we have selected. Now, crop command is there in the image group. Click. See, only that selected part will be kept and the remaining part will be removed from the picture. Doing it once again. Now suppose we want to select this one. Selected. Now click crop. See, only that part of the image is kept. Remaining all the other things will be removed from the picture. Clear? Now we have one flash test. We have to identify the different tools. Text tool, pencil tool, color picker tool and eraser tool. Text tool, pencil tool, color picker tool and eraser tool. Next, resize and skew. Resize means to increase or decrease the size of the picture horizontally or vertically. Skew means to stretch and tilt the image. Repeating it once again. Resize means to increase or decrease the size of the picture horizontally or vertically. Skew means to stretch and tilt the image. Let us see how these two commands are working. Now, first we have to select one portion. Suppose this portion. After that, in the image group, we have the resize option. Over here, see, the resize commands are given horizontally and vertically how much we want to resize, and in the skew also how much portion we need to tilt and stretch, that also you can give. Now let us give the resize as 50-50. Next, and the skew we are giving horizontally 20. See, the image, part of the image that we have selected has turned to this one. Another thing, for resize, when we are resizing any part, we can either give it in percentage or in number of pixel value also we can give it. We can give it in pixel value, we can give it in percentage. Okay. This is the skew and resize dialog box. Rotate and flip. Rotate means to turn the selected image left, right or down. We can rotate the image by 90 degree left, right or by 180 degrees. Flip means to turn the image horizontally or vertically. Flip horizontally gives a mirror image and flip vertically gives an upside down image. Let us see how it is working. Now, for this, first we have to select one portion. Let us select this one now. Now, click on the rotate button in the image group. See, certain options are there. For rotate, we have rotate right 90 degree, rotate left 90 degree, rotate 180 degree. Now let us first select rotate 90 degree. See, the part of the image is rotated by 90 degree. Rotate left 90 degree. See, again we have got back the original image. Now next, rotate 180 degree. See, again it is rotated upside down. Now next one we want to do flip vertical. Flip vertical. Flip vertical will give a mirror image. And last option, flip horizontal. Flip horizontal will give a mirror image. Flip horizontal will give a mirror image. And flip vertical will give an upside down image like this. So repeating it once again. Rotate right 90 degree, rotate left 90 degree, rotate 180 degree, flip vertically and flip horizontally. Clear the 5 options how they are working. Next we have the undo and redo. Undo button is used to reverse the last action. It is found in the quick access toolbar. The redo button becomes active only when we undo. The shortcut key for keyboard shortcut for undo is Ctrl plus Z and redo is Ctrl plus Y. You have to learn this also along with cut copy paste shortcut key. Repeating it, keyboard shortcut for undo is Ctrl plus Z and keyboard shortcut for redo is Ctrl plus Y. Now this one is the quick access toolbar and this one is the undo button. Let us click it once. See, we are getting the previous correct image of the picture. Now whenever we have used the undo button, the redo button activates. If we click the redo button, the last undo action will be reversed. Now full screen view. How to get the full screen view? Go to view, click on full screen. See, the full screen image is displayed. Just we have to click the mouse to get back to the normal view. In the view tab, if we click the full screen option, our image will be shown to us in the full screen mode. And if we want to get back, just click the mouse once and it will be returned to the normal view. Now next is, we want to set this picture as our desktop background. We want to set this picture as our desktop background. How we are using it? In the paint button, now click on the file button. Set as desktop background option is there. Over here you will get 3 options. Fill view, tile view and center view. Fill view, tile view and center view. Fill view will be to give the picture in the entire screen. Tile view will give it in a repeated manner, the tile of the picture, so that it repeats and fills the entire screen. Center will give the picture in the middle of the page. Now let us see how it is working. First, fill. Let us see whether it is working or not. See, the picture has come in the full screen. Next, again go to file, set as the desktop background, tile. Let us see. See, the image is repeated and filled the whole screen. Next, center. See, the image is shown in the middle of the screen. Finally, we want to save our image. Go to file, click save as. Select your location. Suppose on the desktop we want to select. Give your file a name, maybe your name. The file can be saved in this many extensions like .png, .bmp, .gif, .jpg. So different things you can select, different format you can select. Let us select first JPG and save it. See, our image is saved over here. Now let us save it in another format. Again go to File, Save As. Let us now save it in .gif. Save it. Done. Here is the file. Let us open it. See, our image is saved. In this way, we can save the image that we have made in the computer in different format. Here we finish the explanation of the chapter. As we have done the revision of the chapter 5, today's homework will be to read the chapter line by line at home at least for 2 times. If anyone has any query, please write in the comment box. I will reply you back. Stay at home, stay healthy, read the chapter. Bye bye.